Hey everyone, Ida from PGP here. This week we're going to cover 3 headlines that you might have missed. One being the investigation into Susie Wolff and Toto Wolff. Susie being the managing director of F1 Academy and Toto being the team principal of Mercedes. And they're accused of sharing confidential information and gaining an advantage. However, after basically all the teams came out in support of Susie and Toto, saying they didn't snitch, they stand fully behind the two, etc., the FIA dropped the investigation, and that was basically done within 24 hours. The whole thing played out within 24 hours, but at the same time, it was during the FIA prize giving in Baku. And because Lewis, one of the Mercedes drivers, was there to receive a trophy for 3rd place, he, of course, used that platform to speak out against the FIA, as he's known to do, and basically use that platform to fully stand behind his team principal and Susie Wolff, and to the point where he, during the prize giving, refused to shake Mohammed bin Salman's hand, the president of the FIA's hand, which is a huge snub in my opinion, but very much in line with Lewis's activism, be it ranging from Black Lives Matter to LGBTQ issues, etc. But thankfully, the whole investigation was dropped and everyone's happy again. But of course, because of the investigation, the FIA, according to a lot of outlets, now has egg on their face. And honestly, I would have to agree, because Formula One as a whole is very much about conflict of interest, nepotism, etc. And then we have a bit lighter piece where Charles Leclerc and Max were supposed to take part in a paddle tournament in Monaco. However, Max didn't show up because he admitted oversleeping, even though the organizers said he had a scheduling conflict, but he admitted he just overslept because he was sim racing the night before into the early hours of the morning. And that is kind of funny how the organizers were like, conflict of interest, blah, blah, blah. And he's like full on admitting, nope, I was in bed. Sorry about that. But it's very on brand for Max, as we've covered before. And then the last piece is FIA related again, where they came out with a ruling that teams can't collaborate on parts, engines, etc. Because, for example, AlphaTauri and Red Bull basically, A, they're sister teams, and B, they basically said AlphaTauri will take old specs of the Red Bull cars, but the FIA doesn't want that to happen, so they came out with this ruling. Hope you enjoyed those 3 headlines, and see you next week.